We're
They see
live,
us,
but we're
but-
having technical difficulties.
Hey, there we go.
Can you hear us?
Oh, they can hear us now.
Can you hear us now?
All right. Welcome.
Can we even hear ourselves?
No.
No.
Welcome to the celebrated
Nightly
nightly news
news
of
of
Calaveras
Calaveras
County.
County.
My name's John.
And I'm Sarah, and it's Monday.
It is Monday, and it
It's
was
Monday.
a busy weekend
It
around
was
the
a
area.
really busy weekend.
Yeah. I mean,
Very, very busy.
There was stuff going on
From Friday night on. Murphy's
everywhere.
Open House on Friday.
Uh-huh.
Christian Family Learning Center Friday, Saturday, and then Saturday there was more stuff on Saturday.
You know who the
Saturday, Bear Valley's opening day.
It was Bear Valley's open, so now it seems like all is right with.
Debits pass.
Yeah, everything's just running again.
Mm-hmm. Everything's running again. And it was a relatively busy day. Weren't you up there on Saturday?
Yes, we were up there Saturday morning to catch parts of the opening. Whoops, let's stop this one here.
Holy moly.
And I guess to kind of atop our little news piece, I was going to try to pick up a picture, grab a picture, and it's kind of small,
Sort of.
kind of, sort of.
With our own Tony Tyrell is
This is
back
our Hart
on the,
news
That's
piece,
right.
yeah.
He's back on the Bret Hart Union High School District Board, and try and say that 5 times fast.
yeah.
Yes, he was unanimously voted by the rest of the board members to fill the spot that Dr. Elliot Smart actually vacated. And it's a 2 years. He's actually remaining in the term until November 30th, 2008. So he will serve out those 2 years.
Yeah.
And what's kind of good is that he served on the board for many, many years. Tony
Like
has
12 years or something.
Yes,
like that, wasn't
it's
it?
an
I mean, a long
amazing
time.
amount of time. So he doesn't have to get up to speed like somebody who would be brand new in that position.
Yeah. And I think, and also I think on a personal level, it's probably a good thing, nice thing for Tony. Because
Yes.
I guess he was very close to Dr. Smart as well.
Yes.
I mean, from personal friends. So I
they
think,
were personal friends.
you know,
yes.
I think in some ways, because if you're familiar with the area, you'll notice there's like they have a board meeting every morning at Starbucks, right?
Pretty much,
They
yeah.
get together. You know, the group of elderly gentlemen with a token female thrown in there
That's
for
right,
good measure.
That's right. Actually, most of them are from the Subaru dealership.
Yes. But it's
And
kind of the
Tony
Angels
just mixes
Camp
it up there.
aristocracy
Yes, exactly.
a little bit there. You
yes,
know, anyway.
absolutely. Yes.
And I
a
know
very
that,
attractive woman is there
Yes.
too. Yes.
and we know that Tony, you know, first he had a tough time after.
Yeah.
From what,
yeah.
and I think
it's
'cause
hard.
he
It's
knew-
hard.
And I think this is a kind of a nice little. In some ways, if there is a nice spin on the passing of Dr. Smart, this is
This would be it. And Tony
Yeah.
Tyrell is sort of an unfailing advocate of the high school, and actually has in the years been able to bring in a lot
an
of
amazing amount of revenue.
money
Yeah.
for the school. So I think it's a good thing.
What is it? Was you just don't say no to Tony? Is
No,
that the...
I don't think you do. You don't say no. Yes. No, yes. Yes, you don't say no. That's right. There is no no to
There
Tony
is no no,
Tyrell.
yeah.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
And I guess the other big news is that Bear Valley's is up and running. Not only the hill, but the cross-country ski area.
That's right.
And also another new feature for this year. Let me see if I can pop up a picture of it, because we didn't get it up on the
If
site
you
yet.
haven't gone to their website has been revamped this year, and it's very cool.
Very flashy.
Very
Got all kinds
flashy.
of
They
little
have
widgets
video with very cool pictures of snowboarders and
Yeah.
skiers and great music, and it's very, very good.
They've got, and what I was going to try to show you here, Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here we go. We'll find it. There we go. All right.
Okay.
And a couple little things that, oh, well, I guess, just ignore me here. All right, we'll continue on. Opening day, and I'll talk while I dig here. This is... Here we go. We have some great shots of...
it was $20 tickets for adults and free for, 12 and under?
Free for 12 and under.
Free for 12 and under, which was sort of a nice opening deal discount for skiers coming out on opening day. And this is the third annual
season
of Bear Valley Drive-Bys.
And believe it or not. And we found that if you go to thepinetree.net, we have a group. So basically, we took film clips from Arnold all the way up to the resort.
That's right.
And you're like, why would you do that?
Because every once in a while, there's an exciting happening.
Every once in a while, and also that if
It's
you
a
are
beautiful
down,
drive.
if you're down in the valley and you're a cubicle dweller or something like that in the valley or the Bay Area,
That's right.
and you just want to see what it looks like someplace else.
That's right. Out of the
You
cubicle.
can just take the drive. It only takes 3 or 4 minutes. You can
That's
just
right.
drive from there all the way up, and it was actually very pretty. I mean, it was just Saturday morning. It was just stunning. I mean, it was just what a difference a few days
Listening.
make. Because if like 3 or 4 days before, we were talking to some of the personnel up at the hill, they were actually worried because they actually had enough snow made to open anyway.
Yes.
Without this storm, but the the interesting piece is because they had this snow made kind of in the middle of the field. It was like, okay, what if somebody goes off and actually lights something on? You know,
exactly.
like a cigarette or something.
Exactly.
You know, like
There's
stuff
some worrying going
stuff
on.
you're not supposed to think about at
Yes.
a ski resort. You know, so what if they catch the dry grass on
fire. There goes our snow. Oh no.
But Bear Valley is open and running.
It's worth mentioning, though, that every once in a while, like I said, on these drive-bys, these pine tree drive-bys up to Bear Valley, sometimes interesting happens. Like one year you had a bear.
Yeah, we had a
come
bear
out.
jump out in front of the car.
And run.
Well, it was the year before last when we had a lot of snow, as
Yes.
opposed to last year when we didn't really have any.
Yeah.
And he was stuck in between the berms.
That's right.
It was middle
on
of
the
March,
highway.
and he was, you know, thought he'd been hibernating long enough. He thought he'd get out a
just
little
get
bit.
out there
And so he's basically ping-ponging back and forth between
right.
the berms. I gotta get out. I don't know what's going on here. You can tell he seemed a little bit groggy as well. He's like,
a little
whoa,
confused.
yeah. But he finally broke through and
ran off.
Yeah, and it was, and then we're just cycle through some little shots and stuff there. But it was a good opening day, decent sized crowds. It was
The bus made it up there.
yeah, buses were going, and I think do I have a couple more shots here? Where are they?
Let's see.
All right, we'll quit.
We'll see.
We'll quit. But I mean, they actually had the hill. Pretty good shape. I mean, I guess people saying that the skiing on Saturday was actually very good conditions skiing.
Okay.
Sunday that had a little bit of wind overnight that blew out a little bit of some of the stuff.
Yeah.
And we actually took our your Intrepid.
Oh, they're the Devos.
Are
those the Devos?
Yeah, we followed some runs down the hill. So
How'd you do in comparison to them?
Well, I was doing it handicap because I was holding my poles and a camera.
Oh, that's no excuse.
Right?
No excuse.
So there we go. So this, the Devo teams were up and running and everything like that. So there's some beautiful shots, beautiful vistas. And here's one here. All right, let me go
crashing?
forward. Yeah, there's me crashing. And now, see, they're going to is this a newscast or are they just talking amongst themselves?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, no, let me just find one thing here that I thought was kind of a cool shot. Is we actually did over the head and behind.
Oh, did you do? I still think you should do like the British policemen do. And put
the helmet camp.
The helmet camp.
Here's the terrain park. Mm-hmm. See, they even had the terrain park open.
Very cool.
See, it just makes you want to go skiing.
Yes, it does.
Except for Sarah, she doesn't like it cold.
I don't like the cold. But they have those really cool things that you put, the little hand warmers and foot warmers you put in your socks and your gloves and all that, so it keeps
Look at that shot. That's the Dardanelle Range.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is just very nice.
That's the lion and the elephant.
Very nice stuff. Mm-hmm. And where's my backwards shots? Oh, no.
Do you know how to ski well enough that you can go backwards? I guess you can. Wow.
No, here's another one here. Okay. Let's see.
Was my son in any of those? I think
he was.
I think he is, yeah. That's him right there. See, I don't go up there, so I don't see my son ski except for on the...
She has to watch it vicariously.
Exactly.
It's too cold for Sarah.
It's pretty chilly. It's pretty chilly.
Well, anyway, it it's nice to see that Bear Valley is open,
That's
it's
right.
running, and it means a great deal for the economies of the area too.
Yeah.
And I guess one little thing we're going to feature this year, touch a little thing on, is now this is, Murphy's has Buggy Bill,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now, up there in Bear Valley, you have the Lake Alpine Taxi.
Very nice. Because, as we've told you before, Lake Alpine is now open year-round.
Yep. And so you can actually take the taxi back. You give them a call, they'll come pick you up. They'll have a snow pass permit that you can actually stick on your car.
Okay.
So you don't have to pay for the parking passes or anything like that. And they will take you back in for dinner or to stay overnight and anything else. So it's up and running.
Very nice.
And we're going to be doing a story. We're going to do an interview with Steve and Gigi, the people that bought Lake Alpine Resort. And they're actually kind of big fish over in the Nevada pond.
Oh, they are?
Yes, in the Carson City area. So they're actually, they may be relatively newcomers here, but
they're big fish elsewhere.
Yeah, big fish elsewhere. So we're going to give them a chat. It's be kind of a fun thing. But I think the Lake Alpine thing will become one of those
very unique.
Yeah,
and
even
it's kind of an exciting thing.
But even for locals, one of those things that you do every year, you got to at least go out to dinner once at Lake Alpine.
That's
Take
right.
the taxi out every year.
Every year you
it's
do
a
that.
rite of passage.
That's
you got to
right.
go do it. I think this will become one of those
things, because a lot of people do that in the summertime.
Yeah.
They go up there and they enjoy the view of the lake in the summertime, and now it's become a summer-winter thing.
Bear Valley Snowmobile's up and running and everything else, so it's
That's right. That's right.
And
so that's the big news for the weekend.
And Bear Valley Cross Country, there was probably about 70 cross country skiers out there. So
that's intense.
For first day, it's
cross country is intense. So
I wouldn't know.
There is other news, actually.
There is?
I know, Board of Supervisors meets tomorrow.
Yes.
Everything gets caught in that. It's like Star Wars. When Star Wars was released, there's the vacuum around Star Wars. The same thing with Bear Valley opening up. There's like a vacuum around it. But there is other news. Board of Supervisors meets tomorrow. And he's like, I'm not getting that analogy, Sarah. I'm not understanding Star Wars, Bear Valley. Where's that going? Anyway.
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff going on. The Moose Lodge.
The Moose Lodge, exactly. They had their annual Christmas celebration
they really
up there.
They
do a wonderful
nice
job for the kids.
They really do. It's they have there's over 100 kids. They give them presents.
Yeah.
They give them
hippie decorating, and Santa comes. Doesn't Santa come?
Yeah, Santa was there.
Santa's all over this season.
He was very busy.
This weekend he was very, very busy because he was over in Tuolumne
he
County
was
too.
Everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely everywhere. So, anything else happened over the weekend that we need to?
Yeah, Murphy's open house.
Well, we already mentioned that.
Yeah, but there was Santa they had the
Santa was
parade.
there too, and they had a parade.
They had the
Photos
parade,
for Santa.
and, I was trying to see if we
Merchants
could
were
get
giving out treats, and there were a lot of people there too.
And every once in a while, little funky stories
take on a life of
their
own.
They do. We have a story called Turkey Talk. Can you name the Big Tree Shopping Center Wild Turkey? There's apparently been a wild turkey that's taken up residence in the Big Tree Shopping Center since the Thanksgiving. She's also known to hang out in front of Bistro Espresso and panhandle for coffee and such. The winner of the best name for what we've been told is a female turkey will win a $20 gift certificate to Bistro Espresso and stuff like that.
Very cool.
We've had 24 comments and about 70 names for this turkey.
Very nice.
And it is this turkey made it through Thanksgiving. But see, there's a turkey there, and
there's John laughing in the background.
The turkey's just walking down the sidewalk. Right there, there's Bistro Espresso, there's Subway.
Usually we see turkeys in groups. But this one is an isolated turkey, an independent turkey, if you will.
A solitary turkey.
A solitary turkey going down to Bistro Espresso.
Yeah. So
people must be feeding it nice, tasty treats from there.
We've heard he may think he's a duck, too, hanging out with the ducks on the lake.
Oh, is he hanging out with the ducks? Is that what the rumor mill has revealed?
Unsure if he has webbed feet or not.
Oh, okay.
And so I think there may be some...
He's a little
species confused, yes. So that is There's the
There he
turkey.
is. So that ends.
That ends basically. They're going to announce Larry at Beast Espresso. We called him earlier, and he's going to announce the winner because we figured since he's going to be doing the prize for the name, then he should have the
And when
honor
can
of,
people submit names until?
I think still probably they're going to announce it tomorrow.
Okay,
No, so
all
it's
right.
coming down there.
Okay, so
We have
Tuesday.
Arnoldita, Gail or Gailey,
Arnolita is a cute one.
Mrs. Coffee, Turkey Head, Tallulah, Mother Mocha, Java Jenny,
Java Jenny's not bad.
Butterball. Somebody was making a funny. Betty, Big Trees Betty or Bistro Betty.
Mm-hmm.
Drumstick Walking.
Yeah.
Have I blown enough time on the turkey?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I still haven't told them what's going on with Board of Supervisors
I'm sorry.
yet. So I have to go back to
I
that.
thought the turkey was the hard news.
It was the hard news, actually. Because it'll take me half a minute to tell you what's going on with Board of Supervisors tomorrow. Although it looks like a lengthy agenda, it's not. Most of everything they're doing, it has to do with ag preserves, whether ag preserves are going in or staying out. So most of it is ag preserves. They are actually going to have a study session with the Ferguson Group, which is their Washington, D.C. lobbyist group, as to their sort of priorities for the next budget year. And also, they are going to have on Thursday a special meeting at Greenhorn Creek to discuss the appointment of the new CAO.
Talking CAO, huh?
Mm-hmm. And also, this was an interesting thing.
If you're going to do a closed session, you might as well do it at Greenhorn or something rather than the government building.
Of all the years that I have been around this Board of Supervisors, that I've seen it, sat in there, I have never seen them have a special study session for this type of agenda item off campus.
You know why?
Why?
Think about it.
Pray tell.
Okay. County Government Center, for lack of better terms, you're all there, so it'd be a fishbowl. So how in the world, unless you were escorting them in with hoods, with hood covering their...
Yeah, but you know what happened when they hired the Cal Works director? They had the interviews over at the library.
Okay. See?
And I happened to be there, bless you, doing something else. Bless
So you
you
knew who
again.
it was. You had the scoop.
Well, I saw them lined up sitting outside as to who was interviewing.
Oh, so it was eeny, meeny, miny, or
They were
Mo,
just
huh?
interviewing them, and then they, you found out who it was.
But we've heard rumor they've narrowed this down to one already, right?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. You never know until it's over.
Maybe they only have one taker.
So, if you want to know the scoop,
Go to Greenhorn
go to
Creek.
Greenhorn Creek.
There's nothing secret in this county.
Hang out at the bar, have a Diet Coke, and say,
exactly.
okay.
Oh, there they are.
If you're willing to down to candidates, I only see one or two.
One or two going in.
All right, okay. Now, I think, are we going to get hate mail on that one?
We're going to get hate mail.
Because they probably moved it off site, so there wouldn't be.
So there wouldn't be, and it's not on the. It's actually not on the official agenda.
Otherwise, everybody in the county government center would be like,
Actually, it is.
Did you hear who went in?
Yeah.
Did you hear who was? Yeah.
8:30 a.m. in the morning. I found it. Closed
session.
Greenhorn Creek Fireside Room.
So if you ostensibly have an early tea time, and you want to see who the new CAO.
There's windows in that room too. Anyway, that's
should we just get like
going to be discussing.
Should we just get like a chair and just sit outside and look in?
The pine tree will be there. Anyway,
it'll
that's
be like
what's
electing
going
a
on.
pope, right? Isn't that the?
Yeah, we wait for instead of the smoke signal,
Yeah,
a
it'd be
little
like a-
hanky
yeah,
or
it'd be like-
something out there. Yeah, a little white or black hanky.
You're like electing the next pope.
That's
you know.
right. That's
All
right. So anyway, that's going on as well. Also, I have to tell you, before we run out of time and go to weather, there's a spaghetti dinner fundraiser to benefit a family who lost their home in Murphy's I believe it was in November. And this is actually Tuesday, December 11th at the Foothill Family Restaurant from 4 to 7 p.m. A spaghetti dinner fundraiser will take place. And let me get to the flyer. Let's see. Actually, it was last Saturday. And if you have any questions about it, you can call Cambria at 728-9478. because this is not clicking over very quickly.
And also jump back up to
There we
Bear
go.
Valley.
$10 per person. And it's for Sherry Whittier and her children Brian and Leanna DeAngelis, and they lost all their belongings. So Foothills Restaurant between 4 and 7 on Tuesday, and I'm sure if you wanted to just go by and make donations, you can too.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Also, back up at Bear Valley. This is like Bear Valley's kind of the center of gravity this weekend. We didn't mention that there was the in San Andreas, the Victorian Christmas.
That's right.
There
that
as
was
well.
there this weekend.
But also up at Bear Valley was the 4th annual Ebbets Pass Winter Sports History Night, and the honoree this year was Maury Rasmussen.
Yes.
You know, the grandfather of the resort, so to speak.
That's right.
And he really was an iconic figure, larger than one of those old guys. I think those Depression era generation. There was something in the water that bred larger than life figures.
That's right.
It just really did. And this is a shot taken in the Cathedral Lounge of the entire of the Rasmussen clan.
There we go.
All 4 of the Rasmussen brothers. Clayton Rasmussen, who is now the mountain manager again, back up at the hill. Other family members. I think this was kind of a nice thing because Bear Valley, in some ways, is a very different type of resort because in some ways it's isolated a little bit on the end of the road there in the winter.
It is. It isn't a typical ski resort.
But there's a family feel to it. Occasionally there may have been some dysfunctional times,
right.
but it's a family nonetheless. And I think having a member of the Rasmussen family rejoin the management staff up there as they prepare to go forward, with a big corporate expansion and move to another era. And I think this whole the Winter Sports History Night was a bow and to the past, which is a nod to the past. It was a very nice ceremony. There was some very heartfelt talks, and we'll have the video up on the site if you want to watch. It runs about an hour and a half. For example, some really touching comments from Eric Jung, who's a realtor of Bear Valley. I mean, take the family analogy a little farther. Is even though a lot of people up at Bear Valley may not be related by blood, it's the same core group because to keep it running, Mark Phillips, people Bear Valley Real Estate, Eric Jung, Dave at the General Store, plus all the people at the Hill and everything else. Right. There's a core group
that keep things moving.
Yes, and there is something special about it. Now, here, this shot. This is the Rasmussen brothers, and this is Kyle right here. There's Jeff, Greg, Kyle.
I can't remember.
Anyway, there's the 4 brothers there. And
we'll get emails.
Hey, you guys, I should have looked at my notes. Greg still works with the race team up there. Jeff is a vintage realty here at Angels Camp. His brother lives in San Francisco. And Kyle, for those who may not know, and because the history, time passes quickly.
Yes.
He was a 3-time Olympian and also a World Cup downhill champion.
That's right.
And he's almost shy and unassuming. It's very...
It's just out on the slopes.
And it's very refreshing to see, it's not really the search for the limelight or try to, it was just go get it done.
Yes.
It's kind of a...
Which is very nice to see.
It is.
Definitely.
I've hogged all the time, I'm sorry.
And we need to go to weather.
We do.
We are weather time. You want to do Arnold weather?
Oh, sure, why not?
Okay. Then you can do Bear Valley afterwards.
Okay, all right. Okay, tonight, blustery, and tomorrow it's breezy.
Okay.
And low of 28 and a high of 43, 30, 45, 37, 46, and mostly sunny, partly cloudy, no real precipitation on the forecast. Windy, blustery, Bear Valley, low of 16 degrees tonight.
Oh, my gosh.
So they'll maybe be able to make some good snow tonight.
That's right. They'll have those snow machines going.
High of 31, low of 22, 37, 26, 38, and they are reopening again on Thursday.
Very nice. Very nice. Murphy's weather. Tonight, blustery with a low of 29. Tuesday, sunny, high of 55, low of 30. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 56 and a low of 36. And Thursday, sunny with a high of 57 and a low of 34.
Angels Camp. Clear tonight with a 31, high of 52, 31, 54, 37, 55, and clear. And wanted to mention one little thing on road conditions. Yes, the roads are closed from Lake Alpine on.
Well, all the passes are closed.
Yeah, all the passes are closed. But also want to mention that there was probably 4 or 5 accidents this weekend.
Yes, there were.
It's just people getting a little bit too in the snow and the ice, and especially in some of these downhill chutes. If you tap them going down, you're and we were joking, you know, you pirouette.
Yeah, you don't want to do that dance
until you hit a tree or a snowbank.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
it's all fun and games till you hit that tree. Yeah. So
be careful.
Yes. Copperopolis weather. Tuesday, a high of 54, a low of 29. Wednesday, a high of 54 and a low of 34. And Thursday, a high of 56 and a low of 31. Sunny and clear all 3 days.
For our friends in Bangor, Maine, 28 and 8 degrees tonight.
Oh, that is
32
way
and
too
17,
cold.
31 and, are we ready? 31 and 2 on Wednesday night. 2.
Holy
20
moly.
degrees and then 13 for the low on Thursday night. So careful, don't bang your fingers on a lobster pot.
No way. And then Valley Springs, Tuesday, high of 55, low of 30 degrees. Wednesday, 54 and 34. And Thursday, 56 degrees and a low of 30 degrees. And that's sunny almost all 3 days.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We really appreciate you stopping by.
Good
and
night.
Have a great night.